Are you the type that would stare at your post for hours, debating whether or not to hit the publish button? Oh well, me too. I overthought captions, cringe at my own voice, even delete posts before anyone sees them. Why? Because I was scared. Scared of judgment, of sounding or maybe looking off. But here is the thing, nobody starts perfect. And if I waited to perfect my skills, I wouldn't post anything. I'm going to be sharing my tips on how I stopped overthinking and just started showing up. Hi, you're welcome back to my channel, and my name is Chinelu Ijao, but you can call me Nelly, and this is She Is Not to Be Hidden. It's no news that I'm still very new into this whole content creation thing. And if I'm going to be honest, the people who actually do this thing full time, yeah, all are superheroes. I started this whole content creation thing a long time ago, many years ago. I would start and then stop, start again, stop, start again, stop, because of why? How people would see me. And thinking about it now, it wasn't just about the content creation. It was me having imposter syndrome. I would say things like when I got a new house, I would start to film in the house, or maybe when my pimples healed, I'll start to film. It was just excuses upon excuses upon excuses. It got to a point that I started using my business as an excuse. Things like I'm building my business, I don't have enough time, blah, blah, blah. But if I'm going to be honest, both could have actually worked together. Over time, I realized that people are always going to have opinions about me, but it's left for me to decide what I'm going to do with the opinion. I remember those days I went for a casting, and then one director said to me, why does your skin look this way? Because then I used to have a lot of acne. And he goes, why is your face like this? Why do you have all this pimple? Don't you think it's best for you to bleach so that your skin is lighter and you don't have all these pimples? Because dark skinned people, or rather caramel skinned people, don't look the best on camera. And guess what happened? I took it to heart. I took it so much to heart. I mean, I didn't do anything about my skin, but I withdrew. Like, if anybody invited me for an audition, I'll just say I'm busy. I'm busy. I'm busy. By the end of the day, I was only running. One of the things that I did to stop cringing was that I started small. And if I'm going to be very honest, I still cringe before I make a post, but there is an intention right now. I'm very intentional about making, small improvements. And if you go through my Instagram page properly, you would see that I started posting well from like last year, October. I posted once, and then in November, I posted another one. I just started sharing about the things that I have huge beliefs for. I started sharing about things that I liked, like, when I dress up, I post a picture or I post a video. There was this video that I almost didn't post. My goodness, I cringed so much about that video. I didn't like the way I sound. I just didn't like anything, but I'm like, Nelly, you have made a decision with yourself. You're going to put it out. And besides, I had already told myself that I wasn't putting the content out there because of people. So I didn't care whether or not I'm going to get good reception. I'm just going to do me and just post it. And for some reason, that post did really good. Like, a lot of people could connect with what I was saying. And I'm like, uh-uh, what's going on? And then one post about me sharing what I liked, to two posts, to three posts, to four, to five. And I'm like, I'm actually growing. I'm actually conquering my peers. I'm actually doing something I used to cringe so much about. At least I am no longer where I used to be. I'm in a different place entirely. I wouldn't say it changed my confidence overnight. I would say I became more open to sharing some part of my life. The more I posted, the more I got comfortable and, wanted to share more. Let's be real. Putting your life out there takes a lot of guts. And I know that I've always been a confident person, but when it comes to sharing my personal life, I'm like, oh, I'm not so sure about that. If I'm being honest, I'm still choosing the parts of my life I want to share. And I know that over time, I just might share more, but at least I'm no longer where I used to be. And this all started by sharing little by little by little. Another tip that I didn't spell out properly is to find your voice. I feel like you need to find something that you believe so much in or something that you like. For me, I like to dress up. I like fashion and I like very simple fashion. And it's crazy how people have come to like my own sense of dressing because I just put pieces together in my head once it makes sense to me. Omo, that's it. That's how I'm stepping out. Another tip is that I try as much as possible to be very authentic. To be honest, I don't think I've really had, like negative comments or maybe backlash. But I remember one encounter that almost made me go mad. It was a post on my business page. I was running sales, a post on exclusive hair by Nelly. I was running sales. That was last year Christmas. And then I gave a discount. And, the discount was actually because of the exchange rate. As at that time when I was running sales, the exchange rate was at 1,007 something. The gap between the current price of the hair and what it was really huge. So I decided to count my losses and sell it at the price that I got because even if I sold at the price I got the hair, I'm still going to buy another one with the current price. But I mean, I counted my losses because I needed cash. People didn't take it well because it wasn't just one hair. There were other hairs that had exchange rate of like 650. Like you can imagine the difference between 650 and 1,007 something. So people were just coming for me. Some were calling me thief. There was an excitement because I've never gotten that kind of, uh, forwards on my page or maybe comments. Like I would open my page sometimes and it would have like 200 comments, 300 comments. I was excited at first, but after the excitement came, will I call it depression? I think I was depressed for like a day or two because I'm like, why are you guys coming for me? During that experience, I was reminded that even Christ was crucified. As perfect as Christ is, he was crucified. I had to ask the Holy Spirit, how do I do this? Because one thing I'm grateful for is that I am grateful that I know or I can feel the presence of the Holy Spirit. So when it became too much for me, I asked the Holy Spirit, how do I handle this? And he said it clearly, stop reading the comments. And that was it. And trust me, I fought with the Holy Spirit a lot of times. There were times where I would just be like, can I just check one comment and just fire this person back? Let me just reply this person. I know I am practicing to be in charge of my emotions, but let me just give this person a dose of my mind. And the Holy Spirit would say, let it go. From anger to you will adjust, you'll be okay last. Like that's how the switch happened. So over time, I just stopped paying attention. I would see comments where they would call me thief, or more. Some of the comments were brutal, but I would be like, okay. You know what really changed things for me was realizing that nobody's perfect and nobody has it all figured out. And I had to tell myself constantly that I'm not striving for perfection. I am just waking up every day, taking a step towards the things I like and living the life I would love to live. Because at the end of the day, I am not a guru. I am not a master of, life or any of those things. I'm just living my life and I want to share some of those experiences. Honestly, I didn't expect quarter of the response I've been getting. Like the love I've been getting from sharing my authentic content has been amazing. Like I've gotten two brand deals. I can't speak about them right now because it's still ongoing. And I just have people DMing me, can you tag the vendor, share the link, and all of that. I mean, I'm like, so now like this it a be. And then I also get a lot of people saying they love my content and all of that. But if I'm going to be very honest, me starting to like post and share my journey, it wasn't about the money. It wasn't about the money. I knew that money was going to come along the way because I am aware of how much content has been monetized, right? But it wasn't all about the money. It was just me doing freely, the things I've always wanted to do, which is share my passion for acting, share my passion for fashion, and share my passion for business. So, if you are still overthinking and waiting for the perfect time, waiting to be a guru, to learn all about social media, girl, please stop. There is no such thing as a perfect time. There is no such thing as the perfect house, the perfect face, the perfect anything. Just post it. Just think it and post it. So let's gist in the comment section. Let me know what has been holding you back from posting and what you're going to be doing differently since you've seen this video. And please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real contents like this. Your voice matters. Stop cringing today and just put your content out there. I'll see you in my next video, okay? Bye.